Did that work? Or did that not work? Hello? Hold on. Hello? Oh, great. It's doing that thing again. Is it working now? Hello? I hate that this does not want to work with me today. The fuck? Brother, what the fuck? Brother, what the fuck? Oh my god, now it's working. Oh my god. Jesus. I thought it was... hate that. I guess it was just my stream not wanting to work on my end, so I thought I wasn't live this whole time. I am so sorry. Oh yeah, we were... Dude, last stream cut off. So we were underwater last time, trying to fix this. But yeah, last stream, I'm very upset about it because it ended when I didn't want it to end. So for no fucking reason, the stream just died. And I wanted to think it was because of, you know, trying to... I think it was the update for my Twitch was killing my stream. I don't know. And I won't know. Because basically it was very random. So I didn't know until like 30 minutes or so, like after. Because I was checking my chat off and on. But I guess it just didn't register until a hot minute on my end that the stream just randomly ended. So, there was like parts of the stream missing, which I am sorry about that. So that is uploaded. It's been uploaded. I just haven't added it to the stream, I don't think. The stream updates and whatever. Oh yeah, I can still hear that. Mute that shit. Bitch, I said mute. Thank you, TV. Damn. But no. We went to take Minky's baby to do pictures today. So we have like Christmas pictures for him. That was cool and fun. Is that blocked off officially? Yes. Oh, look at this little guy. Hi, guy. But we're only going to be in here for this part of the process for a little bit. Not because I don't want to be building in this specific thing. I guess we did block it all off. Well, we did now. But yeah, we're gonna also... We have an unlimited skeleton and, you know, doodad killer things. But I was thinking of breaking the whole lake except for one little section. Sorry, I have a cough drop in my mouth so I don't be like into the mic and then upset all of you. That would trigger me as much as it would trigger you. Also, I think we are going to make just a tiny little island of ice and then leave the rest not ice. And there's a reason why I want to do that. One, so then the dolphins in here won't get killed. Not gonna lie. We don't want dead dolphins on arrival. So I think that's what we'll do. I think this little section will just be ice, and then the rest of this will be obviously not ice. And I know it looks unnatural for the cut, but, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. But other than that, I've been sick. I've been trying to get better. And no, it just won't. But I'm very close to being done with being sick. No, don't you dare reform, asshole. We're trying to break this off. But if I don't feel for this stream, or, you know, in this chunk, oh, hey, don't reform, you asshole. But if I feel like I'm not motivated enough, I did sneaky make another world for us to try. There is another world to try because I was wondering what I could do. Also, I feel like we're gonna have to keep breaking this shit every time a new one forms back, which is not what I want. Not what I want at all. But also, we're leaving this little chunk here just so then if the sea turtles want to get on land and have a cute little icicle thing to live in, then that's one thing, you know. You know, we're just trying to give back to our little aquarium community. But, you know, that's not here or there. Anywho, but no. So we are going to make a big dome at some point here. And also, this is why I also like this. It's like raining but also snowing because it's an in-between area. So, you know, the creatures will have both. And that will be nice. That will be very nice. But, I don't know. Hopefully this world is fun when I make it fun. But for now, we're just going through the ropes, the loops, the hoops, and we're just tinkering with it right now. Because once again, this is just a just chatting world that I want to make before we get guests someday. I know that sounds like I'm being a dumbass by saying, oh yeah, we'll have guests someday. I would love that. But whether that happens or not, I don't fucking know, dog. I would like to have guests. I would like to have people to hang out with, so I'm not alone all the time. I know Minky's gonna be here, obviously, at some point or another. It just depends. Oh, I thought... Oh, well. But for now, since it is just us here, us as in everyone in this stream, you know, that comes by and watches if they want, then, you know, that's kind of where we're at. Also, I am so sorry it's so dark on your guys' end. It's very bright on my end. Because I did that to my TV on purpose. Because I can't see in the dark. I used to be able to see in the dark very well, but I don't anymore because I'm not a child. I grew an adult brain with adult fucking seeing vision. That sucks. So that's kind of where I'm at with that part. Hopefully, okay, so yeah, nothing grew back. Good. I just don't want the ice to grow back. Also, no. Because I'm noticing that the ice is growing back, but I'm hoping that if we remove it, it won't grow back. Because we do not want this ice here. We don't. And there's a reason why I don't want all the ice there. One, for the dolphins. Two, I just don't want any creatures on here. You know, like, I don't want any of the one dudes. The one doodads. Whatever they're called. What I'm saying is we don't want weirdos here. That we don't want. I don't mind that there's little this, but we don't want all the ice. We don't want all the ice. No. Because if we're adding dolphins, which we definitely are, that would kill them. We don't want to kill the dolphins. We want them to live. We want them to survive. We don't want them to die. That's kind of where we're at. And also, who wouldn't want to look at a clear lake? You know, a mostly clear lake. If it's in an aquarium setting. Because we're doing an aquarium, but we're doing it in, like, you know, not the old way I would do it. Because there's a world I have on here somewhere where I made a big bottle and I just put the aquarium in there. I did steal that idea from someone. It was that long ago. I haven't went back to that world since. Since that world I had to delete because, for obvious reasons, I think we all know why. Also, Salmon, you're being dumb. Brother, just go. No, we don't want you to grow back. Yay. I hope that doesn't kill my stream. If the internet dies, I'm sorry. But my Wi-Fi is being dumb. But also, my TV likes to say the Wi-Fi's not there, but really it's there because my TV kind of sucks. So, warning, if the stream dies, I'm sorry. I cannot control that. I wish I could. I really wish I could. Or we would not have stream issues ever. But we do, because that's kind of what we got going on, unfortunately. But this is going to be a divide where we are going to... I think the bedrock is just going to be around the perimeter, but then we're going to make a layer perimeter, if that makes sense, a layered perimeter. So then we can go wander around the forest and stuff and be like, oh my god, there's other animal life in here. And then it's like, oh, ooh woo, now we're back at this point, you know, that kind of thing. Where it's like, get the fuck out of here, dude. What are you doing? We don't want the fucking ice. What did I just say? What did I just say? We don't want the fucking ice. No, we don't want the ice. I just said we don't want this. If we have to, then we're probably... Oh, shit. If we have to, we're gonna probably have to, like, put something in the water so then we don't have ice come back. Like campfires and shit. Or something. Just some form of heat so that we don't have that happen. But at the same time, I don't want that to happen regardless. Get out of here. Okay, break all this ice officially so that we don't have any more come back. Thank you. Oh yeah, break this shit too. Get the fuck out of here. There we go. Because we are going to get rid of all the ice. No. Don't you fucking dare. I said no. If Mama says no. Mama rules. That's what it is. Okay, get rid of all this shit. I need a water bucket. The only thing I could probably produce is like, I don't know. I would have to probably figure that out. So that we can melt the ice, obviously. We don't want ice everywhere. But, you know, this game likes to piss me off. Bucket of milk. No, we need water. Also, fill that hole. Get the fuck out of here. No, stop forming back. We don't want you to come back. We really, really don't. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna have to do sea cucumbers and shit and hope that will kill the... I don't know. I would have to figure out what I can do to get the fucking ice to stop coming back. Because I don't want the ice to come back. I really don't. I don't want this to become a thing. I really don't. And it's looking like it's going to piss me off and come back anyways. Because I don't want that. We do not want the ice here. Because this is for dolphins, okay? Dolphins are going to die if we don't, you know, get rid of most of this ice. Like 90% of the ice. I'm sorry, guy. Like, I'm sorry, whoever wants to spawn back and be a little shit, you can't do that. That's illegal. The only thing I could do is, like, once again, sea pickles and see if that heats the water up underneath. I don't know if it will or won't. But if not, then we're just probably going to have to keep coming back to break the ice. Like, make a little bridge to break the ice. Or something. Because we don't want the dolphins to be like, ooh, jump! And then they hit ice and then they're dead. You know, no dead. We don't want that. No one wants that. No one wants a dead dolphin on our hands, especially if this is an aquarium. It will look like we're doing something wrong. We don't want to look like we're doing something very wrong. You know what I'm saying? We want people to not be like, is all the dolphins okay? No, they're fine. I promise, my guy. They're safe. Ugh, you know. I'm sorry, Mr. Fox, but you are going to die. Because you are not in a safe area. That's on you, though. I did not put you here. You're the one who decided to walk on the water. The frozen lake. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my guy. But you are going to die. There you go. I'm sorry, my guy. Good luck. Safe travels. Na-ba-da-ba-doo-ba-doo, boop, boop, boop. Get out of here. No. But, I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get there. I don't know if that will be a good thing or not. Do-ba-da-ba-doo, boop, beep, beep. Okay. Get out of here. You're not wanted or needed. You are not wanted or needed. Get out of here. Get out. Because we want this to be safe for any creature. But I'm wondering if sea pickles can save us on that note, or if not. I don't know. I would have to see. We maybe someday will make a Minecraft world where we do an underground water thing. Get out of here. You are not wanted or needed. Goddamn. Yeah, that fox is definitely dead. I'm just saying. He definitely died. Sarah, you really just want to piss me off, don't you, game? You know what? Whatever. We'll destroy the lake and get to that in another time. If it makes me angry enough, then maybe we'll just kill it. Kill it with fire, kill it with kindness, you know, that kind of thing. But for now, let's just get rid of the big chunks, and if we get bigger chunks, then maybe we'll just come back and kill it. You know, we just want to kill it. We don't want this back. We don't want this to regrow. We want this to be pretty much gone. Get out of here. Because that's kind of just where I'm going with this. I don't want this to come back. I really don't. And the only way I think I could do this is like maybe in the middle, make a pole and then just put a campfire once in a while. Something feasible, something logical. I don't know. That's a big we'll see. I don't know. That's kind of where we're at with this. I don't want this lake to go back to where it was. I don't. I don't want it to regrow ice. And baby going crazy in their room. All I hear is screaming baby. Like happy screaming baby, not screaming baby out of anger or something. Though he does do that. Baby does scream. Baby like to scream. Don't know why. Probably because Minky's loud and this baby's loud. They both loud as fuck, is what I'm trying to say here, guy. But no, like, I just want this to, you know, whatever. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, so last week, like before I got sick, or I should say the week before I got sick, apparently there was people who wanted to come to the house. A lot of people, by the way. So we had some people want to see the house, and no one wanted it. That's what I'm assuming, anyways, because no one called back. We had so many people back to back to back for like 3-4 days. We had to be like, make sure the house was clean, this, whatever, for 4 whole days. 3 to 4 whole days. It was insane. Yeah, we're just gonna have to put campfires and shit to get rid of all this ice that's reforming. No, you are not gonna do that, buddy. Whoa, baby going crazy. But no, like, for now, we're just gonna have to break what we can. If things reform again, then we are definitely going to have to do hotspots with the fireplace idea. Or make a bridge to break off the ice. That's my only takeaway from this, is that. I'm hoping that if we permanently break the main source, then maybe it will stop growing. I'm really hoping. Because I do not want to redo this again. I really don't. Because I do not want this ice here. I don't want all of it here. A small fraction? Yes. No, not the whole fucking lake is ice, though. Like, we don't want that. We want the lake to be mostly safe for the creatures in here. And I'm saying mostly because we can't guarantee that they'll be completely safe. We just can't. I wish we could, but that would be unrealistic. We are in a lake that was inhabited by other things before I decided to do Extreme Makeover Edition on this shit, okay? Like, we know that this is just a lake that I decided to just turn into an aquarium. Stop regrowing. How about that, buddy? I don't care if it, like, regrows randomly, like there's like a little block here and there, but if it regrows the whole thing, I'm going to be very angry. That's kind of why I'm doing this. I don't want this to regrow again. Also, if that area just pisses me off, I may just break down the fucking dirt and hope that nothing grows back. Because we don't want this area to be fucking filled. No, you behave I hate you people. I hate you people. Okay? The snow and the fucking shit. This shit. Go away. We're trying to make this safe for creatures, and I can't do that when you're regrowing like a fucking asshole. The other option is maybe just putting magma blocks in the water. Something. Just something. So then we have like a cohesive way. But then that means that we will kill more fish and more animals if we did that. So I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know how we're going to make this feasible. Also, Wandering Traveler, you are so dumb. You are so dumb to do it like this. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Okay, new plan. Thank you. There we go. But we want to get rid of most of this shit. Because no one wants just ice in a lake. No one does. Especially if it's an aquarium. Because I think that ruins the whole point of it being an aquarium. If it's all just blocked off by ice. I like to think anyways. Whether I'm right or not, that's up to you. I don't care. But, I mean, I care enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that because I'm being an asshole. To the ice. And I'm just, yeah, you get the point. Oh, there's a school of salmon. Aww. Also break that. I love that for them. Why? Can you work with me, dog? Also break that. Where's the water lacking over here? Where's the water lacking over here? Break it, no one cares. No, you're not gonna form back. Yeah, we are definitely gonna have to do my other idea. Is we're gonna have to put hotspots with lights somehow. I probably won't do one of those lights. I may just not do campfires and maybe I'll just do a different kind of lights instead. Like maybe sea lanterns, would that break the ice without breaking the creatures in it? Because if so, then we got a plan, but if not, then we're fucked. That's pretty much where we're at right now. Because I don't want the ice to grow back. I don't. Oh, baby not happy in there. Baby very angry. I'm just trying to see what we can do feasibly so then the ice won't grow back. Because we don't want the ice to grow back. We want it to... We don't want the ice growing back, asshole. Goddamn. Which one? What's gonna grow this? And you're not supposed to be here. Like, I don't care if it grows back in a certain way. I just don't want it to grow back over here. Damn, baby. He sounds like he's being a drama queen again. I wish I had a Christmas world. That was not Nightmare Before Christmas. Because that was my other plan. I was like, maybe we could do Nightmare Before Christmas World, but then mash it with something. Excuse you, get the fuck out of here. But I don't have much. I really don't. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. I don't like that it doesn't form over here, but it will form everywhere else. That's a little annoying. But whatever. But wherever there's, like, dirt, I guess we're just gonna have to throw sea pickles down. As much as I hate that, that's kind of probably what we're gonna have to do. As much as I hate that, we're just gonna have to put sea pickles wherever there's surface. Because I just don't like what we're doing with this. And I don't like that it keeps growing back either. I don't like that. That makes me very frustrated. Because we don't want that. We want most of the lake to be secure. We don't want all this shit. But I'm going to have to do a test subject. Also, I'm sorry guys, you're going to have to get murdered. Well, you shouldn't be standing on this lake. That's the good thing about that. Also, the Wandering Traveler, no one's tricked. No one's fooled, dude. I'm sorry. No one's tricked or fooled here. We know you're there. Yeah, that exactly, brother. We knew you were there. Dumbass. He's like, oh, no one's gonna know I'm here. Don't look at this guy that's over here. It's like, no, I think everyone knows, dude. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that you're right there, my dude. We see you. You're not fooling anybody. Also, break that. No. No. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to put lights here. We're gonna have to put lights. I hate that we have to do that, but... Excuse you. I said no. Oh, who's streaming? There's a lot of people streaming right now. Oh, well. Get out of here. But... Guys, I swear you're gonna just get killed by standing right there, but okay. But we are gonna have to put lighting here, I'm afraid. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. That's not what I meant to do, but, you know. No, we're trying to get you all in the water. Yeah, that's right. We're trying to kill you all because you don't belong here. I don't have to see how many lights we would need to do. And if need be, we can just, you know, break what we can. And if it keeps growing back, then we'll just have to figure out a way to destroy it. So then it won't grow back. Because I don't want this to grow back. That's the problem. We don't want this to grow back because it's killing the vibe that we're trying to create here. Not gonna lie. Like, the only other option is, like, maybe turning on, like, a creative feature to be like, no, we're gonna create our own biome where it's frozen, only in a section. Because we're running out of fucking things to do to get this and not do what I don't want it to do. Also, why do you keep growing back? Go away! I'm probably gonna have to do that then. Because it's doing what we don't want it to do. We don't want it to grow back. That's kind of the whole point. We don't want it to grow back. But, you know. I know we're gonna have to, like, you know. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do sea lanterns or something. Oh, they're all dead. Cool. Anyways. But I guess the shit that's closer to land, we'll see if sea pickles will deal with that. Or if we're gonna have to do sea lanterns and just make them float in the water. So then that won't grow back. Because we don't want this to grow back. We don't want this to reappear. Actually, let's try a sample. Okay, that's not what I wanted. What will melt the ice? What will melt the ice? Okay. Okay, sea lanterns will melt the ice. Good. Then we have a safe alternative. And I guess we'll have to put a perimeter of sea lantern. We're probably going to have to break a layer of wall where the water meets. And then make like an exterior outer wall just where the water meets. Let me see if sea pickles will also solve our problem. Because if we do have that as well, then we'll have the most amount of fucking things to save us right now. So let's see. Will that also melt the ice? No. But I bet it might save us a little bit. We do want the sea creatures to see, because that would be a nice thing to do. Okay. I wish that it was night so we could see. But if need be, we'll break a perimeter. Oh. I didn't even... Hold on. There we go. So then we can, like, break the perimeter. Just so that we have no more water that's freezing up, because we don't want that here. And maybe that'll solve our problem with the lake regrowing back. I know it will for the short term. We're not going to do this for like all of the lake, just like most of the lake. Because no one wants that. Okay, let's see if this test worked. I think that worked. I think that little test also worked. So if need be, is that ice? Or is that packed ice? I don't know. We are going to add a lot of sea pickles. That's just the rules. I didn't implicate it. Also, break that. I didn't implicate it. I'm just enforcing it because we need that. We need that kind of energy here. Also, just because. Because we are going to add a bunch of seaweed and stuff. And maybe in some areas we'll add sea anemones and whatever. Because we do want the ocean to be, or our little aquarium ocean to be nice, decorated and lit. Because I think that would be nice for them. And we'll also add sea anemones and other things like that. Because obviously, it's an ocean, it's a lake, it's an aquarium lake. We kind of have to have nice aquarium stuff and make it look good, make it look nice and clean. But also we just want it to look good. We don't want them to look bad. We want them to have like nice lighting so that they can see. We want them to have like good shit. Because we are putting a bunch of fish in here. It would be beneficial, I think. Okay. Okay. So this little canal is a little lit, so we're going to go down. And we're going to make it more lit, because that's kind of the point. We want it to look nice. No, I don't like that. Well, okay. That's fine. I don't care about that. Oh, whatever. Okay, swoop-a-doop. But we are going to go through here and edit. I'm just doing this for the lake reasons. Do we want to add another in this little? We do want to add one there. Boo-da-boop. There we go. Swoop and then boo-da-boop boop. Because once again, I would like to light up this lake enough. Because that's kind of just what we got going on. We don't want to have these guys blind. We want it to be as pretty as possible. Even for those fuckers, even though we don't want them here. They're just gonna be here though. Because we can't really control that part. We can only control the parts we can control. And these assholes, we can't. Get out of here. We can't control this guy. We will kill him. Well, we'll not kill him for now. He's very lucky. He's very lucky that we're working with a lot of resources right now. Okay, we are definitely going to have to break more ice and then just put more sea lanterns in the middle of this water. And that's just how we're going to have to do it. Do I want to do it like this? Hell no! Is this all we got for now? Yeah, apparently. So that's kind of what we're doing. We're cultivating. We're doing things that are going to cultivate. We'll see what grows, what doesn't, with each little implant, is what we're going to call this. The implant of this shit. We are definitely going to add some of this little canal area, if we can. But we also are just going to add sea pickles to wherever... Too much sea pickles, I think. To wherever I think needs it. AK for the ice problem. Hello, buddy. Light there. Light there. And a little light in this corner. Why not? Okay. Because I think that will help with our ice problem. Is putting sea pickles wherever I think is beneficial. But also, I don't want the whole lake to just be... Oh yeah, maybe we could put like one here. Like one right there. And then break these off. We'll see what regrows, what doesn't. So then we'll get to that in another time. Dude, what is your problem? Thank you. There we go. Jesus. Because I don't know how big the square radius will be to not have ice grow back. Because, you know, I don't know that information. If I did, we would not be here right now. But I do like that we are adding sea lanterns. Not to the whole perimeter, just to enough of the perimeter. Where it will not only melt the ice, but also it will add lighting. I think that'll be nice for the sea creatures. Get the fuck out of here. Because that's kind of what we got going on. We want to make sure that this is nice for not just us, but also the sea creatures. Because, you know, it just will be nice to think about them. Because it's kind of the fucking point. And I'm hoping that if we do the perimeter, then less ice will grow. Because we do not want ice growing. We don't. We just don't. And we are doing this just for added security. Get out of here. Just for added security. Because we do not want these to break at all. On the outside at least. On the inside, we can always just go back and edit. But on the inside, I don't want to do it like that. Okay, we're gonna do that. And just because we're adding an extra perimeter, we'll add an extra little lip. Just so then they can't get in. That kind of deal. Just to this extra little doodad. Okay. Because once again, I don't want the ice to grow back. We do not want that. So this is kind of just my way of like saying we'll have what we want, but we also can get rid of what we don't want, if that makes sense. I don't want to add so many cubes that it blocks off everything. No, don't you dare. There we go. Put that back. But I do want this to be nice enough where it won't grow back, firstly. Secondly, oh yeah, boop, and then break this shit. But also, I don't want it to grow back so much so that we're fucked, basically. And just because... I'm also trying to make sure that we have enough lighting to save our animals so then they know where they're going, partly. But also mainly so then we have no more ice. Because that's our enemy right now. Ice is our enemy for this shit. And I don't like that. Obviously I don't. I'm literally making a perimeter of shit so that we have no more ice problems. Because no one wants that here. But if we have like a perimeter of like water that's, you know, saved by a little bit of like sea lanterns, because sea lanterns will melt the ice. Because that's what we want. We don't want this ice here anymore. We just don't. Because that's going to kill our fucking ecosystem over here that we're trying to work hard to have. So if we have to, we can always put campfires on this just to ensure it won't melt, that it will melt the ice. And also we got sea. I'm hoping that this melts. But if not, we'll use a different light. Or we can always just put campfires on those lights. Because we don't want this back. We really don't. Because that would just be a really Debbie Downer. I really think it would be a Debbie Downer. To have all this ruin our ecosystem here. Oh, do 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 do. But if I get bored with this one, then maybe we'll do the other world. He's not gonna lie, this is just literally editing. Okay, it looks like so far, the sea lanterns are doing their job, which is good. That means that we can continue onward with our plan. And if we need more lanterns, then we will. But if we don't, then once again, we won't have to. I love that the water looks so nice. Despite the sea lanterns, okay? Despite the floating sea lanterns, they're scattered around, so it's not like they're all in the same area, so dolphins won't get stuck. And maybe if foxes want to swim, then maybe they can do that. Because there's literal shit to do that. And then right here, we'll put a sea lantern. Boop. And then we'll break this shit. But if we see that there's more ice that is growing, then we could put more sea lanterns down. It's not a big deal. It's just a big deal. To me, it's a big deal, but to someone else, this might be like minuscule, you know, that kind of thing. But to be fair, we don't want all this shit. We really don't. And maybe if we put sea cucumbers down, then maybe we could protect the sea creatures from other things. You know what I'm saying? So that's also the plan. Okay, whoop-a-da-ba-doo-ba-doo. Okay, whoop. Okay. Okay. Because once again, we don't want to block this shit off, but we also don't want this to grow back. Because that would be annoying. That's kind of why we're blocking it off now. Because we don't want this to grow back. We don't. We want this gone. We want this completely gone, safe and sound, so the lake can be preserved, but also so then there's other things to do. And also, who wouldn't like a lake that is nice for an aquarium-based lake? Because that's what this is. It's an aquarium. It needs to be bright. It needs to be very fucking lit. And it also just needs to be nice for the sea creatures. Like, come on, dog. No more of this dumbass shit. But, I don't know. Okay. A chunk of the lake grew back. That's not good. A chunk of the lake grew back, which is not good at all. But at least we're getting rid of the lake problem, you know? We are solving the problem. We're solving the lake problem. And then we'll break the fucking lake from here. Once again, we're solving the lake problem. We don't want it to grow back. That's not what we wanted. Put that back. So this is a good thing that we are breaking the lake. Okay, and then right over here, we'll do this. Break. Because we want floating cubes. We don't want the lake to grow back. That's the one problem. 2, we don't want to fucking worry about the lake getting too saturated in, like, sea lantern, if you know what I mean. We don't want the sea lanterns to be overbearing, but we also don't want it to be too less. Because once again, we don't want the lake to grow back. We want the lake to stay the way it is. And if it's too saturated, then that means that the dolphins could get more injuries. But if we're too less, then we won't have the lake stay, you know, lake. It'll just be, you get the point. It'll just stay as a problem. And we don't want that. We want the lake to stay gone, but we also want the lake to stay safe, which is a very complicated thing to do in this situation. No, how about we don't do that, buddy? But also, if we do sea lanterns and sea pickles, I'm hoping that will solve part of our problems. Because I want this lake to be safe for all creatures that are in the lake. That's kind of the point. But also, if we have to, even though I don't want to, if we have to, we'll have to add more crazy shit to make sure that this lake doesn't grow back where we don't want it. Also, put that there because there's water that just keeps growing back over here, and we don't want that. We don't. Because that's the whole point of the lake, is so that we don't have things grow back. But I'm also hoping if I add sea pickles, then, you know, if we add sea pickles, then I'm hoping that that'll solve part of our problem. But I don't know. We even have to get there to get there. And right now, we are not there yet. Oh, we finally got a polar bear! Hi, buddy! Welcome! You're our first polar bear resident. How's it going, my guy? Hi! Hello! Yeah, welcome. I'm trying to make it safe for you. Too close. Got it. Hold on, my guy. I am fixing the lake for you. Go back, my guy. There you go. There you go. Now it's safe for you. And of course we're gonna have to put one here. See, this is why I'm debating on what we need to do. We can't put fireplaces because that would be too much in the water. This is such a terrible way to go about this. Let me see if it's working over here. Yes. Okay, this could work. It's just we would have to micromanage and see what will grow back, what won't. Good. So this is definitely going to have to be a minuscule effort. But if more sea lanterns, the better. But it's only in certain areas that it's growing. So it's not like it's going to be the whole lake. It's just going to be most of the perimeter of the lake. Which is fine. We don't want this to grow back. But we'll see what grows back, and then maybe we'll go from there. Because I don't want it to be so much lanterns that we're gonna have problems, but I also don't want it to be so much... Oh, the polar bear is over there. Yeah, go on, buddy. Go have a good time. But we want it to be like, you know, livable for all the creatures, and if there's too much bullshit, then I'm scared that they'll, you know, get hurt. But we only want... Okay, probably there. Yeah. Also, boop boop. But I don't want it to be so much fucking sea lanterns that we're just fucked. But I also don't want it to be not enough sea lanterns and then we just got random creatures in the middle of the fucking water. But it's only growing to a certain extent. So that's the good thing. It will be mostly lake and then sea lantern. So that's the good news that I can see for now. That's good news to me. But the bad news is it's once again going to be sea lanterns. Just floating sea lanterns as well. So it's like, that's going to be very random, but it will keep the lake not, you know, it will keep the lake 90% free. It's just, you know, there's going to be a 10% chance of like a sea lantern or two, which is fine. We like sea lanterns for lighting, but also just for, you know, creative purposes. This will also be good for, you know, clearing out the sea, making sure that the sea is habitable. And also, for most of this, it's going to be cohesive, so... But if it grows back, we'll see what grows back, and then maybe add... Oh. And if it grows back, then we can see where to add more sea lanterns, where to add less sea lanterns if there's too much. It's all a work in progress. Oh, all a work in progress. And that's kind of where we're at right now. There we go. Whee! Okay. Because that's all we want. We only want that section of ice. And then the rest is going to be, you know, sea lanterns and whatever. I know this is excessive. But will we rather have excessive than dead sea animals? I don't want that. If you want that, that's your own funeral. But that's not my funeral because I don't want that. On my guilty conscience. Okay. Bap bap. Okay. I guess we're gonna have to break the ice here. And we're gonna have to add an icicle. Bap bap. But once again, we are adding sea lanterns to prevent ice from growing back. Because the whole objective is we don't want the sea lanterns to overtake the ocean, but we also don't want ice to overtake the ocean. It's a struggle. We gotta pick our battles right now. Right now, this is the battle that I'm choosing. I'd rather have more sea lanterns than have ice. Because ice would definitely be bad for this ecosystem. I'm sorry. It just would be. And that's not me trying to be like a dick. That's just me being realistic. And right now we need realism here. Because... Bitch, what the fuck? Fine. There. Goddamn. I said right there. Motherfucker, I said right... Get the fuck in the water. Thank you. Shit. But if we do add sea lanterns too, I'm hoping that we have like a cool little lights thing so that maybe we could stand once in a while. But also mainly it's for the protection of the creatures in this fucking water, man. Because we don't want ice to grow back. We don't. That's a crime. And so far, the sea lantern theory is working. And we love when things work. Because that means that we can be safe. And also, if dolphins or sea creatures accidentally hit the ice, then I'm hoping, not the ice, the sea lanterns, then I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that they'll jump back in the water and they'll be safe. So it's not like it will be like the big ice issue, where they'll be stranded. Because we don't want them to be stranded. We want them to be alive. Alive and well. And not hit the ice. That's just me. That's just my problem. That's just my tidbit. But we're going to see what areas should have fucking ice and what areas should have none. This is a good indicator to show me that this is a good indicator to show me where to put sea lanterns. Because what we need and what we have is going to be different per each area of growth. So we're trying to stop the ice from growing where it starts. There we go. Because if we got that dealt with, then that means that we can effectively kill the ice before it starts. And that's a very good thing. For not just, the dolphins, but for everything else. Because we do not want ice to accidentally kill fish. Because that will happen. I'm not gonna lie. That will fucking happen, guy. But also, we are going to make another perimeter. Well, over here we are going to put another perimeter of, like, lantern. up to this point, because water does not want to freeze here. So, that is another good thing. Do we need to add more lanterns? No, I think we're good so far. Which I'm glad that we do have this. Okay, we're gonna have to put another lantern here. Just to help with the... But you know, it's one issue. I hate that we have to add so many sea lanterns, but I do like that the sea lanterns are fixing our problem with the ice. Just saying, I'm glad that it is helping our problem. Because if it wasn't, then I was going to freak out. And I think that the sea pickles are also helping, which is also a good thing. Also, do I want that there or do I want that there? I think we want that there, so get that out of here. This is a lot. I know, it's excessive. Very excessive. But in the long run, this will save us so many problems that we have right now. That's not what I wanted. Bitch. Oh, whatever. Ugh. Thank you. So then no water will grow back here. Because that's the problem. We don't want water to grow back that turns into ice. We just don't. Realistically, that's like shooting ourselves in the foot. And I don't like that idea. I like to not shoot my own foot. Especially when it comes to this sort of thing. Boop, boop. I know that we're going to have to go through this whole lake, light it the fuck up. But we're going to have to turn it to nighttime mode to do that. So that we can see what's bright, what's not, what's illuminated, what isn't. And just go from there. Because it's kind of what we got going on, you know? Because once again, we do want this to light up for the fish. And for us, so then we can see while we're walking around at night in this area. Because once again, this is not just for the fish, it is for us too to have fun. So that we can hang out with the fish. Because don't we all want to just hang out with the fucking fish? I think we do. Okay. If it's in land, we won't edit it, you know? But if it's in the ocean, we're definitely editing it. And we are definitely adding a border. That's just gonna happen. That's just the thing. That's just the problem. That's what we got. Ooh woo. Cry about it. That kind of vibe. Whoop. Cool. Get out of my way. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Okay. Because this is just what we're having to do. Okay. Give me the water bucket. Because we are going to fill this in. Okay, cool. I am so sorry, my guys. Let me make sure you guys get the safety. There you go. There you go. There you go. Hey, guy. Guy. My guy. Yeah, go. No, go. Oh my god. Whatever. He's dead. He should have just went the other way like the other guys did. Damn. Oh yeah, sea lanterns will also help. Good. I'm glad we're learning what will help us right now. Good. Get that out of here. Love that for me. Also break that. There we go. Anyways, okay. Add the water. There we go. Now break this shit. Okay. That's not what I wanted. Okay. There. Damn. Depending on what time it is. Ooh. Yeah, that's not good. Also, break that. Actually. Okay, whatever. Also break that. Because that was unintentional. Okay. So, we are going to put sea lanterns over here as well. I'm glad that it's nighttime again. So then, we can see where to add the last of the lanterns. Boop. Okay. Ooh, yeah, that's a hot spot. So we're gonna have to bop. And then just because I'm paranoid, bop. Because I'm paranoid, bop. Bop. Cool. And now we could break the lake again. We don't want you to grow back. I said no. Okay. And also if we add sea pickles, that also breaks the ice. So we got a double layer system going on. And I like that we got that going for us. Kind of hate that. Kind of hate where you're going with that, buddy. But we are doing good. But if need be, I don't know. If need be, we can add more, we can add less. I don't know. I don't care. We just want it to look good. We want it to be clean. But we also want to make sure that the ocean is blocked. That is, you know, what we got going on here. That's not what I wanted. I wanted that. Thank you. But also, if we do add... We'll do this, just to make sure that we got a good basis. But we will check the ocean again to see what's filled, what's not, and also see if maybe we need to add more in some areas, remove some in others, just so that we have a good basis, because I don't want to, like, you know, be overzealous, but I also don't want to be underzealous, because that's how ice will grow back. See, like that. But we can always add sea pickles to these areas, because we need to anyways. And I think Bean is begging for food. Yes, Bean. I'll feed you in a moment. Stinky. But I do want the sea lanterns to dominate the ocean floor, along with seagrass, the other things. Because I think that just would be a good thing. There we go. I do like what we got going on here. I really do. It's very nice. It's very chill as well, which is good for the sea creatures and for me. Okay, back to the water, though. Back to the surface. And we just gotta break the rest of the ice off. And then I think we're done. But we will make sure throughout the streams that this does stay the constant. Because once again, I don't want the whole lake to be sea lantern, and I don't want the whole lake to just be ice. Because that's not the point. The point is it's supposed to make the lake look good, look nice, look clean. Just because I'm a little paranoid. Because I think that will be needed. I just have a feeling that that specific sea lantern will be needed. I like what we got going on. Just in case. And they can jump off it and stuff, so it's not like it's a bad thing. I think it's very good. And I think that we can go from here. But just because this was just lake, I think I want to do something else. I think. So, I'm going to pause our stream here. We're going to pause our stream here. And I think I'll do a different stream, but I need to feed Bean. I need to do other things real quick. But I will get stream 2 set up, and then maybe we can do that instead and see what we can do. So, Moo Moos and Peeps, hold on, let me get to the angle of the house again. Wee! There we go. So, Moo Moos and Peeps, I think I'm going to end the stream for this stream here. And then we'll do a completely different stream for a completely different Minecraft world, I think. And the reason why I'm going to do it like this is because, one, I just, I didn't have other games other than Minecraft. I looked through my inventory, and I only have 2 games I think I would like to do. But I would have to install them. But also, I don't know if that would be very entertaining for you guys. I don't know what's entertaining for a lot of people. And I would be, once again, doing Roblox if, once again, Roblox wasn't doing some shady shit. So, that's why we're not doing Roblox either. But I would love to do Roblox soon. Again. Because I think that is a good game to play when you don't have much. Especially with my situation right now. We don't have a lot to do. So, maybe I'll actually... I was going to do Slime Rancher, but I forgot. I don't have that game. Minky does. And also, that's disc. I don't have disc. I think Minky either has on disc or her digital, and I don't have it. So either someday I'm going to have to buy... somehow, whether it's Christmas or birthday, whatever, someone will have to buy me the Slime Rancher Duo, where I get both Slime Rancher 1 and 2. Maybe, in the future. I don't know. Maybe for another Christmas or birthday thing. Maybe someone could gift it to me. I don't know. Most likely not, but... if I do get gifted that in the future, we'll do that. But I don't know. Hopefully I can get it somehow by either someone giving me a gift card to buy it, or, they get it for me for a birthday or Christmas. I don't know. Shrug on that. But I do want to do Slime Rancher 2 someday. That would be cool. But that's another time, another day. But the other games I thought of downloading was Calico and Hucko Life, I think. It's one of those two. I would have done Ooblets, but I think Ooblets is just... I don't hate it. I don't love it. And Hucko Life is kind of difficult. I had to Google how to do certain things because, once again, I don't know any of these games. I got it as a gift for 1 year, the Hucko Life, by, getting a gift card with money on it. And I bought it, obviously, and I still didn't understand the Hucko Life game, whatever. But the Calico game is free with Game Pass and whatever, since Gold translates to Game Pass now. So, I have that somewhere. So I can download it if I want to. I just don't know if anyone would want to watch that. So, if we do, that will be the shortest game to play, I think, though. It really is. Like, I love that game. I think it's cool. And you can make your characters cute and whatever. So, that would be a cute game to play. But then I was also like, I don't know. So, either the next stream will just be probably the other Minecraft world that I want to do. It won't be just chatting. It will actually just be a different thing. Like its own little cluster. And we are going to change my avatar that you see in the far left corner. We are going to change him from the chicken to the chicken guy to someone else. We definitely will. That's not a debate. We are going to change him to something else. But that's if I do Minecraft for that. I don't know. I did troubleshoot for like so many minutes. Like 30 minutes troubleshooting. Looking through the game store to see if there's anything else. I have everything else. I just don't want to play those alone. Because a lot of them are mostly like multiplayer games. And I'm like, yeah, I don't have anyone to do this with, so... Shit. So, that would have to be a me and Minky thing when they get their stuff back in order. But for now, they don't have that in order. So, big shrug, big I don't know. But, Moos and Peeps, that's all I got for now. For this stream. We'll do the other stream in a minute. And that will be a completely different Minecraft thing. Because this is just for just chatting purposes. To edit, make it up, whatever. And we'll add all the things that we want. Like the big aquarium, which is what we're working on right now. The house I'm going to put on hold for a while. Until, one, I know what Alex wants for their room. Or the big magic. Or we just do something else. You know? Another day in our time. But I don't know if they would have to, get this pack. Because this is a cutesy pack. That I know that I got for a different Christmas a hot minute ago. Because, once again, the same premise of gift cards and whatever. So, I don't know. We'll see. But for now, this is all I got. Because it's not that I don't want to keep doing the aquarium. It's just that it was just mostly we were just destroying shit. I would like to edit things and also show other things that are cool. And I did say I was going to do 2 different things. Whether that's Minecraft or maybe I leave for a minute to maybe debate on doing something else, I don't know. But I will let you know. Obviously, that will be what it will be. But anyways, Movies and Peeps. I know I keep saying that, but I have so much to say. That's all I got for you. I will update on Twitter if I do something else other than Minecraft, but if not, then obviously it will be another Minecraft thing. But I know a lot of people are not coming to my Twitter, they're not coming to this channel much at all lately. It makes me a little sad. For me. Well, that's just because I like talking to people. I like to make stuff for people. And lately, that's not been happening. Which is fine. I have people watching on YouTube. So, apparently, I have people watching my YouTube. So hi YouTube, if you are here from YouTube, hello. But if not, hello. Wherever you come from, hello. But for now, this is all I got for you. Hold on, I'm trying to get this to do this shit. But anyways, in the next stream I'll talk about other things I want to do. But for now, we'll talk about other things later. Anyways, Moo-moos and peeps, I gotta go. Bye!